The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and guest and are not necessarily those of WPSL or WSTU. This station does not endorse products that may be mentioned. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express permission and written consent of this station. Phone lines are open for your questions and comments. Call 220-9788 or 340-1590. And now, here's your host.
And you're in the studios with the Treasure Coast Car Guys here on WPSL and WSTU. New things this week. Welcome, Gary Cofey from Treasure Coast Lexus.
New things. Good morning, Veronica.
New
How
things.
Are you?
I'm well, thank you. And you?
I'm getting better. Getting better. Had another little episode with my shoulder, but other than that, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
So the wing's getting better.
The wing is getting better.
Good.
Yes, ma'am. It sure is. So we have a new person in the studio with us today. He is going to be with us every Tuesday. His name is Gary as well. So we're going to be called the G Squared Show.
G Squared.
Yeah. G Squared.
I have Gary's to the left of me.
Gary's everywhere. So anyway, I'm going to introduce Gary. He's a general sales manager at Treasure Coast Lexus, and I'm going to let Gary talk and let him tell you all about him.
Well, thank you, Gary, and very happy to be here. My name is Gary Mariarossi. I'm the second Gary. And I've been here a whopping total of 10 days now.
10 days.
So
Welcome.
still unpacking boxes. And
So are you new to the the Here I go commandeering the show, Gary. Sorry.
That's okay.
No, that's good. Moved to Florida in 1983.
Okay.
So was in Florida for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then the past 7 years, though, lived in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Wow.
Ran a Lexus store up there, and so I've got lots of Lexus experience. But I had the opportunity to move back to Florida, and my wife and I were very excited about that. So got here, like I said, 10 days ago. And
Different from the first go-round?
a little bit.
We've grown up a bit?
You have. Yes, you have. Lots of growth, very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So couldn't be happier to be here, and looking forward to it.
Well, welcome back to Florida.
Thank you.
And especially to the Treasure Coast.
Yes.
Yeah, Gary hit the ground running. I mean, hadn't stopped since. So a lot of exciting things that we've got coming up in the future. So we're looking forward to it. We're really looking forward to improving and growing our business and treating our customers like we always have.
Absolutely, plenty of opportunity, and Lexus, of course, you couldn't ask for a better brand, better company to work for. So, very excited.
Yep. We were in a meeting this morning, and the general sales manager and the general manager from the Toyota store was in the meeting as well, along with Smith & Woods. We were just going over some projections and forecasts and things of that nature. Our Toyota store had another best month last month, preceding the following best month that they've ever had. So
they're besting themselves?
They're besting themselves down there.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, and they've got a lot, the new 2018 Camry is a very exciting product. So get on down to that store as well and check us out.
Well, technology's changing so fast, and I'm sure that Toyota and Lexus are staying right there with it.
We are. As we've talked about numerous times on the show, the technology part of those automobiles and the training and the schooling that you have to send your people to keep them up to speed with those automobiles, it's never ending. Of course, we always try to hire the best people that we possibly can because we want people. And once we find those people, we have to train them to our culture because, every place is different. Do you agree with that, Gary?
100%.
Yeah. So we have, our processes and our systems that we're always looking to better. We're always looking to find better people to work in our environment and treat our customers the best possible way. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here.
Well, the technology, the advances in technology are incredible. And just over the past 5 years, and Lexus started a program which, Lexus tends to be out in front of things like this. And, they started a program almost 5 years ago where each store now has in it technology specialists. And it's kind of modeled after the Genius Bar at Apple. When you buy your iPhone, you get your first iPhone, you can go to the Genius Bar and they've got these technology specialists that will really help you through and how to use it and maximize it. And so Lexus modeled that because they recognize that the technology in these cars now is requires that. So it's been just a phenomenal success. Our guests love it because
As a consumer too, I want my brand new fancy smartphone to talk to my car.
Yes. Well, we have the opportunity now. What we found initially was that our guests had technology in their cars before, but really didn't understand it, weren't comfortable using it, so they weren't getting the full benefit from it. And so now, whenever they purchase a vehicle from us, part of the process is they'll spend 30 minutes, an hour, whatever time they require with a delivery or technology specialist that will literally walk them through the process. They'll take their smartphone, download their contacts for them, pair the phone to their car for their Bluetooth, and show them how to use the voice commands and how to use and get the full benefit of the technology that they've just purchased.
Sure. And I'm sure every model year, everything's a little bit different.
It is. Just in 2017 model, we added things like safety plus package and lane keep assist, and it just keeps getting better
dynamic,
and better and better.
And it's a continuous education process. People pull up in the service drive all the time, and we're more than happy to help them review that process with them. They might have an issue with like if a setting on their phone changed or something like that, or they got an upgrade on their phone, or they pushed a new software package into their phone. Some of that stuff that we put in there will drop out of it, and then they'll come in and we'll show them which button to push to make sure it never happens again.
The other night I said, never do another new update.
Oh, I know, right?
Everything's different.
Yes.
Because then I can imagine that if you have it paired with your car, you have to do that again.
It does everything.
Yeah.
My car in particular, it's my office pretty much.
You got a nice office, Gary.
I do have a nice office. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a beautiful automobile.
When Lexus first launched the program, I thought it sounded like a great idea. I tell this story all the time. That sounds pretty neat. That should be good. Sounds like a pretty good idea. And then we launched it, and I'll never forget. It was one of the first guests that actually went through the process, and we had hired our first technology specialist, and they were trading in a 2013, I believe it was, ES on a 2015 ES, and the technology specialist went through all the features with them, and when the guest was done, I was curious. I said, "So how'd everything go? How was that experience for you?" And they said it was fabulous. They said, "Gosh, this car has so many more features than my last car did," and we just kind of said, "Okay, well that's great." And we realized afterwards, I talked to the technology specialist, well, the 2013 had the same features.
Yes.
Oh.
And they just had no idea
that it could do that.
And so I said, well, there's the genius of Lexus again. They nailed it because they recognized that people had technology in their car they had no idea how to use. So home run, and I said, well, that's...
So it really kind of made taking delivery of that new car a little bit different than your average delership.
Yeah, in the past it was thanks for your purchase. Here's your keys. Here's your owner's manual. Yep. It's 600 pages.
Any questions?
Good luck with that. And so it's personalized the delivery process really well, and the guests love it. The feedback is just been phenomenal, and those people are available because we tell people, it's a lot of information, and if you're not technically savvy, it can be a little overwhelming. So we make sure they understand they're invited back as many times as they want to.
Yes.
And once you're in the car for a week or so, you kind of know what you don't know.
It becomes yours.
Yeah, and you also kind of figure out what I really don't know that well. And okay, so I've got this down pretty well, but this part of it, it's a little fuzzy to me still. So they'll come in now with some specific questions, and we'll be able to walk them through. And really, again, get them the benefit of every feature that they purchase.
Right. And some of them they don't use, they don't want. So it's like, I like this one.
We could disable it.
Yeah, I like it. I like this. I like what this does. I don't like what this does. I'm not sure. So yeah, we have 2 delivery technology specialists in the store dedicated. Most of the service directors in the store, they're pretty savvy with that. The greeters can do some stuff like that, and of course we've got all our technicians. So if there's any kind of questions or any doubt as to what's going on with the car, how to use something, anytime, just come on in and we'll definitely fix that for you.
Very cool. I mean, now I need to get my smartphone to talk to my TV at home. That'd be great.
Hey, it does. It does.
My TV's kind of old.
Oh, then you need a new TV.
Well,
yeah.
that could be a problem.
Yeah, your smartphone can actually turn your TV on, change the channels, and do all that kind of stuff.
I think we
There's
do
an
have
app.
an app for
Yeah,
that, but
you
it's
have
like
there's an app for everything.
You're sitting in the
Veronica.
living room and you're like, quit doing that.
Yeah, there's an app for everything.
Pretty much.
Hey, I want to touch a little bit on my tree program. Can I do that?
Yes. Explain the whole thing, because it's been a while since we talked about it.
It has been a while. We haven't talked about trees forever. Of course, we are a nitro-fill dealer. We believe in nitrogen in tires and stuff like that. A lot of different opinions out there about nitro-fill, but I'm a firm believer in it. I believe it.
Let's just start with that then. Tell us a little bit more about the nitro-fill.
Okay. Nitrogen, of course, the air molecules in nitrogen are a lot thicker than they are in regular air.
And we put this in our tires.
We put this in our tires, yes. You can squirt it in your car, but it wouldn't do any difference. Yeah. But anyway, nitrogen, NASCAR uses nitrogen. Airliners use nitrogens. It keeps the tires cooler. So if they're cooler, they wear longer. You get better fuel economy and all this other kind of stuff. Plus, it reduces the carbon footprint for many, many different reasons.
And there comes in the trees.
And here comes my trees. So when we started this program, I think we've planted 1,200 trees now.
Wow.
There's a carbon offset of over 14,000 pounds. So we're really proud of that. It does a lot of different things. We did it to benefit our clients because every new car, every certified pre-owned car, we extract the air out of the car, we put nitrogen in the car. Then they have a lot of different benefits that go along with the nitro-fill program. So there's nothing more frustrating. Gary and I were having this conversation when we were driving over here this morning. There's nothing more frustrating than buying a brand new car and having it for a week or so and then getting a nail or something in your tire.
But that happens.
Oh, it happens a lot, especially here in Florida.
It's a new car.
Yeah, it's a new car. It's bound to happen. That nail's going to find your tire.
Mm-hmm.
So
stay off 95.
Stay off 95, yes. So to help ease that pain, if you want to call it that, for our clients, our nitro-fill program, you have a road hazard insurance policy with the nitro-fill program. So you know what? We're going to put a tire on your car. No questions asked. It's free. That gives the clients a little bit better peace of mind. With the nitro-fill
because
program.
It can and it does happen. I mean, I have to say, every single car
More
I've had we've picked up a nail out.
Yeah.
Every car.
We see it all the time, and I've seen it with clients that have purchased cars and driven them 30 miles and get a flat tire.
Wow, brand new.
Yeah, and as good as our cars are, we don't build the tires. So
let me ask you about the nitro-fill. If you come and you have the nitro-fill done on your tires, you go out of town someplace cooler, let's say, than Florida, and now your tires are a little low. Can you add air, or what? Are you in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. Actually, that's a good point, Veronica. The nitro-fill, we don't have that issue down here, but up north, when the seasons change and stuff like that, like I bet the dealers up north right now are going crazy with people with tire pressure monitor lights that are on.
Sure.
Because the temperatures are dropping. And, air molecules, they shrink, and it reduces the amount of air in the tire until you drive the car, the tire heats up, and then the air molecules expand, and then the light goes out. Tires are porous, rims are porous, so air is going to escape anyway. So there are thresholds that are set with the tire pressure monitors and where those thresholds are set. So if your tire pressure drops, let's say below 30 pounds, it's going to kick a light on and saying, hey, you got a low tire. A lot of people, sometimes that freaks people out a little bit, but that is a good indicator that, hey, I need to get my car into the dealership to get my tire pressures checked. We actually send out a text message reminder and an email reminder every month to our clients that are registered on the NitroFill program saying, hey, stop by the dealership for a complimentary tire pressure booster upper,
Sure.
or however you want to say. But with the nitrogen molecules being larger, they don't escape from the tire or the rim as much as air does, so you eliminate that pressure change in the tire when the temperatures drop.
Okay.
So that's another reason that we do it. And and now as coming into the winter months here, the temperature's going to drop a little bit. Not like up north where it's
Right.
70 one day and 30 the next. So that's a big difference. So we try to eliminate that hassle of the tire pressure lights coming on by doing the NitroFill and setting the thresholds and stuff like that. But then there's a lot of environmental benefits to it as well. So that's one of the reasons, one of the many reasons that we do it. We like nitrogen.
And great on
And
all those
trees.
trees. Yeah.
1,200 trees.
Yeah, we've planted, Treasure Coast Lexus has planted 1,200 trees. So that's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We love it. So Gary, what's going on with the sales thing? Talk to us about what we're planning on doing here in the near future.
Well, just getting started, unpacking boxes, meeting the staff, great staff, good people, beautiful facility. But Lexus, we're right now in our largest, biggest pre-owned certified sales promotion of the year, which is the fall collection, and runs through October 31st.
Okay.
And that is focus on pre-owned vehicles. And we have great incentives out there. We've got interest rates as low as 0.9% APR. And this, for those that don't know, Lexus upgraded their certified program a little over a year ago. And it's just
The L certified program.
the L certified
Yes.
program. And
Yeah, we love it.
it
We
is
love it.
amazing. They have gone to now, it used to be the warranty would run through 100,000 miles
right.
cumulative, the total on the car. Now it's an unlimited mileage warranty. So you have 6 years from the in-service date, the original date the car was sold. So, for example, if you're purchasing a 2015 L-certified Lexus, you'd have 3 to 4 years of warranty left on the vehicle,
Correct.
and you would have unlimited mileage for that period of time. So,
Plus
and
maintenance, right? Free
you have
maintenance.
4. Your next 4 scheduled maintenances are complimentary. So that's all part of purchasing a certified pre-owned vehicle. And as we were talking on the way over here, really the theme and the spirit of the Lexus certified program is mechanically to make that pre-owned vehicle like a new one. And the criteria that Lexus sets forth to call a vehicle certified are the top standards in the industry. Most of those vehicles are going to have brand new set of tires, new brakes, battery. We're going to
wiper
filters.
blades.
But just knowing it's L certified, you would know that it's practically new.
It is
Yes.
as close to new as
Someone
you can
broke it in
possibly-
for you.
and
Yeah.
paid the
Barely.
and paid the depreciation for you.
Right.
That's
That's
what
true.
people like more than
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah.
But we stand behind it just like it was a brand new car. So
Right. It goes through a rigorous inspection process, 161-point inspection process. That process is Lexus has criteria for that as well. That has to be done by a certified Lexus technician. So when he puts his stamp on that car, he owns that automobile as well. So they take great pride in making sure that car, when it leaves the shop, that they would put their wife, their mother, their grandmother, anybody in that automobile. So it's a huge benefit, L certified program.
Are L certified cars low mileage cars usually?
well, to be certified, they have to have less than 70,000 miles on them. So you can go all the way back to 2012 and still certify the car as long as it has less than 70,000 miles.
Okay.
But typically, they'll be late model cars, 2-3 years old, most of them are under 30,000-40,000
Yeah, it's
miles.
a Lexus. It's still brand new.
Right.
It is brand new. I mean, that's barely broken
Yeah.
in.
Right, and we have the benefit, especially on the Treasure Coast, where people don't put a lot of miles on their cars. So we get some very, very nice products in our showroom. And Gary's in the process of ramping up our inventories and stuff like that. So
Take
we're going to
advantage of
have, yes, please take advantage of that. We're going to have a wide selection of pre-owned inventory. Gary, we're getting into the non-Lexus used car inventories as well.
We certainly are. There are, and that's one thing I think we want to get that word out there. That I think a lot of people assume because we're a Lexus dealer, that maybe we're not in their budget, or maybe we're not, we're not going to be able to help them. And we want to be a full-service dealer, so we are definitely going to expand our inventory, particularly on the pre-owned side. And we'll carry everything, from domestic cars to, Hondas, Toyotas.
Pickup trucks.
Pickup trucks.
That got Veronica
We need to
here.
get, we don't have any. We didn't have any, when I got there.
It's
so,
a pickup truck kind of town too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we want to, be able to help those guests as well. So we want to be a full service dealer, and so yes, we want people to understand that. It's not just a brand new Lexus that we can help them with, but it's all their automotive needs and their entire family's needs, and we want to be that full service dealer.
And rest assured, we can work on anything that they have as well. So we're investing in tools and equipment to work on non-Lexus brand vehicles, non-Toyota brand vehicles. So we have technicians that are familiar with that kind of product as well. So you can get your car worked on in a luxurious building. And if anybody's,
and you'd want to hang around and wait for it.
yeah. Anybody that's ever been in our store,
Yeah.
I mean, it took us a while to get Veronica in there, and we had to she wouldn't leave. So, but no,
I want to leave with that little zippy zoomy out in the front.
Yeah, Veronica, she's in love with the LC 500.
Who is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is an awesome automobile. You talk about technology. Wow, that car is off the chain.
It's
with
beautiful.
technology, yeah, and it's fast, and that's what you like, fast.
Yes, I do.
You like go fast
And
stuff.
sporty. And I like when the tires are real wide in the back end of the car.
Yeah.
It looks like it hugs the road. My kind of car.
Veronica
Oh, it
is
doesn't just look like it hugs the road. It does.
It
Yeah,
does.
that car. Have you driven one?
No.
Oh, we need to. Have
I'd have to sell the house.
Yeah.
Move into the car.
Well, that could be trouble.
But it is definitely more affordable than, say, Aston Martin.
Oh, absolutely.
But I would say it's right there with that
Absolutely.
supercar look and performance.
Hey, we've
Yes, it is.
sold 5 of them. 5 of them.
5 lucky people on the Treasure
5 lucky
Coast.
people cruising around in LC 500s.
Well, it's a limited. It's a true limited production vehicle. Lexus only built 4,000 of them,
Okay.
so for the entire country. So, it fits in that market and plays in that field. So we're very happy to have it.
So the incentives, if maybe you said this and I didn't catch it, the incentives for the L certified program. Tell us about those again. What kind of financing options are available for those? And
You can go as low as 0.9% APR,
Okay.
under 1.
Okay.
So that's very attractive. We've got some good lease specials going on as well, even on pre-owned cars.
Wow.
you can lease an L certified car.
You
then,
can
right?
lease an
Okay.
L-certified car through Lexus
That's good news.
Financial, and during this month when they have the promotion, they incentivize some of those as well. So very attractive offers.
Awesome. With the non-certified cars as well, I just want to reiterate that we take as good of care of those cars as we do the certified car. Sometimes we won't certify a car for different reasons. It doesn't meet the criteria and stuff. I don't know. It doesn't mean that we're not going to sell it, but we may wholesale it, we may keep it, but it just won't be a certified car, correct?
Correct, and in most cases, we probably won't keep it.
Yeah. Okay.
We want to, and that's a great point, because whether it's a Lexus, whether it's a non-Lexus, whether it's certified, whether it's not, it still has to meet our standards.
Right.
And
they're high.
They're very high,
Yeah.
and everybody deserves that experience. We believe, so
And
even
that's
if-
peace of mind too.
It certainly is, and that's what people want particularly when they're considering a pre-owned car. Everybody wants that peace of mind and wants that wants to feel like, I bought a good car and I'm not going to have problems with it, and that's I think we do a great job of providing that.
Right, and with the L-Certified program, as with all of our Lexus products, we offer free pickup and delivery valet service. So you can call and schedule an appointment, and we'll come to your house, pick your car up, drop you off a brand new car to drive.
Even for like oil change, regular maintenance?
Yeah, anything you
Wow.
like. That we want to make that experience hassle-free for you. Even though we would love you to come to the store and say hi. We have customers that we offer that service to that go, nope, I want to come. I
Yeah.
want to just hang out and say
Well.
hi, and it's like a little social group and things like that. And we have the best cappuccino
Gets you out
in
of
the
the
world
house.
there. And it does. It does. So yeah, we want you to come by, say hi to everybody, but we'll definitely come and pick your car up and fix it, clean it, and bring it back to you as well. So
Wow.
and our service prices are very competitive. One of the big misnomers about going to a dealer is that we're too expensive. Excuse me, but we are not. We are very competitive. I do competitive price shopping myself all the time, find out what our competitors are doing, and most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time we meet or beat their prices. Depends on what kind of repairs. This month as well, while we're on that subject, we have a promotion going on at the Lexus store. It is the Lexus National Tire promotion. If you buy 3 tires, you get 1 free.
Great.
So, and those, when you buy those tires, they also come with a 2-year nationwide road hazard insurance policy. So if anything goes wrong with that tire, if you run over a nail or a curb or something like that, you get a free replacement tire for 2 years.
Great.
So,
And competitive prices too.
awesome. Well, you bought tires from
I
me,
know,
didn't
I
you?
did.
think
I
you
certainly did.
Yeah. And we put them on your truck.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was competitive, and it was easy, and
And yes,
yeah.
it was the best tire buying experience ever. It really was.
That's awesome.
Because we're crazy about our cars, and
Yes, we
we
are.
look at those tires and go, gotta have new ones. So I'll be coming back probably with the other truck.
The other truck.
The
Okay.
other truck.
Yeah, she's a truck girl, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a truck girl.
But that's a great point, because there is a misconception, I believe, that at the dealer it's going to cost me more, and today there's just too much information out there. People are going to shop around, and if you're not competitive,
Well, people talk and people say, well, that's where they make their money
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Right.
But, I would rather, I've been to the big box store for tires, and I've left with damage to my vehicle.
Yes, rims, tire pressure monitors, things of that nature.
I had to knock on the window one time at the big box store because the guy had his elbows, he put tires on and then windshield wipers, and he had his elbows on the hood trying to get and I was like, having a heart attack behind the window.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yikes.
Another thing that I hear quite often, and it upsets me a little bit when people say that, is that, well, if you take your car to a dealership, they're going to try to upsell you on stuff. Well, that's not even a word in my vocabulary.
But today, though, you're hooking up my car to a computer.
Yes.
And that computer is right there telling you everything that's
Yes.
not
It
quite
is.
right or
It
whatever's
is.
perfect.
It is, absolutely. And we do visual inspections on the car and stuff like that. Our main goal is to maintain your automobile and make it safe, make you safe, make your family safe, make everybody around you safe. So, I had a client the other day said that, your guy tried to upsell me all this stuff. Well, it's not really an upsell. It's look, these things need attention on your automobile. And now I'm just telling you that if I would rather have this conversation than have you call me up
On the side of the road?
on the side of the road and tell me that, hey, I just had my car in there and you guys did this to it, and then now I'm sitting here on the side of the road and something's broken. So, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to do anything. It is our responsibility, and it is a responsibility to make sure that your car is safe and it's maintained well. So, if our guys say that, hey, you need a set of wiper blades or one of your filters is dirty and stuff, it's not an upsell. It's just like, you want it or you don't.
And I would have to say, fix your car, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So, and And we do that rigorous inspection when the car comes in there. I can't tell you how many stories that I read and hear. There is a technician, and I don't know all the details about it, but I know that there's a technician sitting in jail right now because a vehicle was in a dealership and he neglected to check the car out like he was supposed to, and a control arm broke on the car while it was driving down the road shortly after he had it in there, and they charged him. So we don't want any of that stuff to happen to any of our clients.
Yeah, and Toyota and Lexus have a stellar reputation for quality. So that, I mean, to maintain that standard.
Quality products, quality people, quality everything. I mean, it just oozes quality. So you agree with that? Absolutely.
That's why I love working for Toyota and Lexus.
Yes.
I had this conversation with somebody the other day, and we talked about other manufacturers, and said, I'm spoiled. It would be very difficult for me, and I respect other brands. There are great brands out there, and plenty of manufacturers that do a good job, but Lexus is the best. And it would be very difficult for me to transition to another manufacturer because I'm spoiled.
Lexus and Toyota are like that. They instill that in their dealer bodies and stuff. These days, anybody can build a good car these days. Anybody can build a good car. It's all about the experience, the dealer experience, and the experience of the relationships.
Some are building
and stuff.
okay cars.
Well, some are building okay
Some
cars.
are building
I'll give
okay
you that.
cars.
I'll give you that.
I'm a fit and finish person.
Yes.
I look at the gaps between the fenders and the doors.
Can't beat it.
They may be brand new, but again, back to the quality and the standard of Toyota and Lexus.
Yes.
And the culture, because cars, automobiles, they're mechanical beings. So there's no such thing as perfection.
Right.
That's our goal. But there's no.
It's a machine.
Things
it's
happen.
Still a machine.
Kaizen.
Things happen.
Pursuit of perfection.
And where Lexus, I think, really separates themselves from the field is when things happen, how do we respond to that? And our culture is, the way we respond to it is we take care of the guest.
Yes.
Period. End of story. And that doesn't matter how much that costs to take care of the guest or what's involved to take care of the guest. We take care of the guest. And not everybody embraces that philosophy.
Here's a good story for you, and you and I were involved in this. We had a very rare, I mean rare. These products, these Toyota products, they do not break. They just don't break. We had a very rare instance where we sold a client a brand new ES 350, and it had a problem with it. So, and it was in our shop. I went to Gary and I said, hey, look, this is what we've got right here. And the first thing out of his mouth was, we're going to get him another car. And that's what we did.
Replace the car.
A whole new car.
We unwound the transaction and stuff and put him in another car, brand new car, same everything. It's just that something was going on with that car that was an anomaly that we had an issue with it. And we replaced the automobile.
Wow.
We did.
I had a transmission problem one time a long time ago with a brand new van. It was making this noise every time you change
Describe
gears.
it.
Ting,
Clunk,
ting,
clunk,
ting,
clunk,
ting.
clunk. I love those commercials.
And they told me we don't have a fix for that yet.
Really?
That's what I was told.
Really?
Wow.
There are...
Needless to say, we traded that in.
Yeah. Yeah. There, with all the engineering and the technology that goes into these cars, everything these days is drive-by-wire, controlled by computers. I mean, the shifting, the accelerators, everything. We usually get, in the old days, you used to get a technician under the car with a wrench and he'd make a little adjustment there. Oh, that sounds better. It feels like it's running better. Now it's a software update. We plug the car into the computer and we dump new software into it, and voila, it fixes it. So we call those remedies for situations like what you had with the car's doing something that it's not supposed to be doing. Most people won't say that, well, the manufacturer knows about that and they're working on a fix.
That's exactly what it was. They knew about that, and I was like, take the transmission out.
Yeah, we call them counter.
U-joints, check something.
Yeah. We call them countermeasures. That little tweaky stuff that goes wrong with automobiles. But we usually don't have those issues with Toyotas or Lexus products, and if we do, it's fixed right away.
And I'm sure that the company wants to know, why is this happening, and we don't want to have it happen anymore.
Yes, I have a diagnostic specialist. I mean, you've got technology specialists, delivery specialists. We have a diagnostic specialist in our dealership that communicates one-on-one with Lexus engineers. So if there is something out there that's going on with this automobile, he's on the phone with them, and they have to fill out these lengthy product reports every single month. They're on the phone with all the diagnostic specialists in the district and stuff, and they're talking about things that they're seeing and things that are coming up. As a matter of fact, in October, later on this month, every Lexus diagnostic specialist in the United States, and some from Japan, because they'll have Japanese engineers there as well, are going to Washington, D.C. to hold their annual diagnostic specialist meeting.
Do they take all this information to help them build a better car?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
Absolutely. They gather all this information, and then they pass it on to the powers to be. And, we're on the firing line. We're out here on the firing line. We see the cars every single day. We know what they're doing, how they're supposed to act, when they're not acting right, and stuff like that. So, we know, and they're very interested in that. That's why these product reports are so important for the diagnostic specialists to fill out every single month.
I mean, years and years ago, you used to hear, "Oh, that's a lemon." Not so much anymore.
No.
I mean,
No, certainly not. Certainly not with us. They just do it right. That's all there is to it. And with Lexus, everything is geared to a long-term relationship. Lexus is interested in customers for life. That's what we're interested in, and so when you start from that point, the decisions that you make as to building cars, as to what happens when something goes wrong on the rare occasion, those how we handle those situations becomes very clear, because it's all about a long-term relationship with that guest. And if you make the right decision, you'll have a long-term relationship.
and even if you keep that one car, you're going to put a lot of miles on it. You're going to have it a long time.
Well,
Yes.
and you have an advocate, for your brand and for your dealership. You have an ambassador, so the thinking is a lot different. And your van with the bad transmission, I guarantee you didn't go buy another one of those.
No.
So there's no long-term
I didn't
relation.
even buy that brand.
Right. Which is
The brand was off the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is how that would go.
Sure.
So, that brand wasn't doing long-term thinking at that point in time. And so it cost them, who knows how many sales. Maybe
Right.
you would have brought
Yeah,
multiple.
I buy a lot of cars too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a different mindset and very, very long-term thinking. Everything we do is with the long-term in mind. No quick fixes, or this is good today but wouldn't be good tomorrow. It's all about
Doing the
it's all
right
about
thing.
The long term.
Doing the right thing all the time. So how'd you make out on the hurricane, Veronica?
Oh, it blew through and made a big mess,
Yeah.
and
Gary
and,
missed it. You missed the hurricane,
broke a
didn't
few
you?
things.
Well, it delayed me getting here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were, my house was packed up in Raleigh for about 10 days, but the movers wouldn't, of course.
No, they would have been on the road.
They're not coming down.
So we're not going
Everybody's
going anywhere
north.
near
We're
Florida.
not going south.
And which we were very happy about. We didn't want our belongings
Sure.
being blown
Yeah.
over in a hurricane.
Yeah.
So we were literally packed up for 10 days before movers actually got to us.
And you had a home here waiting for you,
We did.
and you had to worry about that too, because it
We
was.
did. And but luckily made it through really, really well. Lost power for a few days, but we weren't there, so it didn't really affect us.
Yeah,
But
boy, I learned. I've been through several hurricanes. Since
Yeah, you
I was
love
a
that
janitor.
no power stuff.
Yeah,
huh?
gosh,
for
I
about
love
a week.
that so much. I'm
So much
fixing
fun.
that. I'm putting. I'm done with the no power stuff. That's the third time I've lost it
Yes.
and stuff. But my story with that hurricane is crazy. I had shoulder surgery again on my left shoulder, and I had that done on September the 2nd. And they booted me out of the hospital on the 7th. They were like, "You got to get out of here," because they didn't want anybody in there. So
Right.
Thank goodness for good friends and family and stuff. They all went to my house and boarded it up and loaded up my motorhome, and because I had to have electricity because of the contraption that I had on my arm that was called a game-ready machine.
How miserable would that be, coming out of surgery and having 90 degrees?
Yeah.
It's even hotter in the house because there's no power.
So this machine that I had hooked up to my arm blew compressed air and compressed cold.
Okay.
So it had to have ice and all this other kind of stuff. So my friends came over and boarded up my house and took my motorcycles to the Lexus dealership because that's a fortress.
Mm-hmm.
And
did mine come in the living room?
Yeah, there you go. And then they loaded up my motorhome and took my motorhome to the Lexus dealership. And I spent the hurricane in the Lexus dealership in my motorhome. Yes, because we have a generator in the Lexus dealership that'll run the building for 2 weeks. A big, huge diesel generator. And sure enough, power goes out. So thank goodness for that. But
timing is everything, right?
Yeah, timing is everything, and it seems the timing is always not on my side.
Well, you make me feel like a wimp complaining about being packed up for 10 days and having to wait to move.
No.
That's a real ordeal.
It was an ordeal, but I got a front row seat to watch the hurricane. For anyone that's ever been to our showroom,
next time hurricane party at the Lexus dealership.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Our show, in front of our building, it's all glass, it's all impact. When Mr. Woods built that store, of course, it's not far from the ocean and stuff like that. So he built it, and I mean, it's a fortress. It can withstand a Category 5 hurricane. So we've got impact glass everywhere. And in the front of our showroom, it's all glass, all of it. So, and in the corner, we have a television set. We've got a set of chairs that are for the television. I propped my butt up in that chair and just sit there and watch that hurricane go by. Boy, that was crazy, man. Crazy. The wind gusts and everything like that.
That would be awesome to be able to be not in the rain and watch, because I did go out a couple of times to make sure I still had trees and just being stupid. Went out during it.
Crazy,
so,
crazy too.
We stay really, really close to the house.
Yeah,
but to have a
Yeah, front row seat. It was crazy, but I don't know what I would have done without my friends and family. Excuse me, and the Lexus store. That place held up great. It lost power. We were, and this very rarely happens in the car business because we have a lot of things going on. We were actually shut down for 7-8 days. Trying to get things cleaned back up. We have the luxury.
Well, you have to move all the cars, right?
Yeah, and in our inventory, as you know, we have a 225 car indoor climate controlled storage facility in our building on the second floor. So I was in the hospital at that time. They put all of our inventory, every car that we have on our lot was upstairs in our storage facility and stuff like that. So then we had, after everything was done, we cleaned up because, like you said, it just blew a lot of things around.
Yeah, made a mess.
And we had to take all the inventory back downstairs and get it all set up. And plus, the Woods family.
One good thing about bringing the cars in, the cars stayed clean.
Yes, they do.
Because there was mess everywhere.
And there's no damage to them.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. And the Woods are very conscious about, the fact that safety is our, that is first and foremost with our employees and stuff like that. So we wanted to give people the opportunity to leave the state if that's what they needed to do. So we shut down the building a half a day prior to shutting it down totally to give people the opportunity to get their families out. Because the tracking of that storm in the very beginning, as you know, was
coming right over us.
Was going to be very bad. So we had a lot of people evacuate and leave town and stuff. And then, of course, after everything was all over and they had to come back. So we're back to normal now, and we're doing what we do. And we do it the best.
It's always fun having
Thankfully.
a hurricane.
Yeah.
Cost you a little extra money just to get through the week.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. It's crazy.
And the mess. So.
Crazy.
But we love it here.
We survived.
Another day in paradise.
We're good.
Yeah, no more. We're good.
Well,
there'll be more.
We've had our share this year.
I've
Next
had
year.
my share for my entire life.
I bet you have.
Because of Francis and Jane, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's right. You've been down here for a long, long time.
it's just I've lived here since '87.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got the two bad ones.
Yeah. And we even boarded up for Andrew, which we were lucky. I mean, folks down south were not very lucky, but
Right.
the wind blew here then as well.
We've dodged, 2-3 bullets recently, so we're good to go. We're done for the year. You hear that? Who the hurricane gods? We're done.
Yeah, I'm done for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
actually.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, for sure. So, anything else is going on that you need to talk about? Do you want to talk about
Just
ramping up the inventory and
just getting going, just getting started, and like I said, couldn't be more excited to be here. And
we're excited. We're excited too. We're really looking forward to the relationship.
I love Lexus. I've drank the Kool-Aid. I tell people, and it's just.
It's not hard though.
It wasn't
not hard
for
to love
me.
Lexus now.
And
I love Lexus, but I don't have one. But maybe one day.
we can work on that. And again, couldn't be in a better situation. It's our owners are amazing people. Their involvement in the community is very impressive. I mean, they are just fabulous community partners and members. And so you combine that with a great brand and a great facility and a great location and
Great people.
I couldn't be happier. And to be back in Florida. I loved had a great time in North Carolina. It's a beautiful area. But
So you were like a half backer.
that's exactly what they
But
called
then
me.
you came back.
Yeah,
That's exactly what they called me. I was
Yeah.
a halfback.
Yeah.
And but it's Raleigh is just too far from the water for me. It's 2.5 hours to get to get to the beach, and that's too far.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, you
Unacceptable.
have to walk to the beach now, though, right?
Right.
Yeah. Gosh. I hate
Not that we get to spend a lot of
Yeah.
time at the beach, but just to know it's there.
Yeah.
Hey, you had mentioned community involvement. I just wanted to bring this up. I think it's Saturday. Is it Saturday?
It is Saturday,
Dancing
the
with
7th.
Pals.
Mm-hmm.
Dancing with the Pals at the Sunrise Theater.
It is.
Sponsored by Treasure Coast Lexus.
That's
we
a
do that every year.
big fundraiser for us.
It's
One
a
of
big
our
fundraiser.
biggest.
Yeah. And we
Police
love doing
Athletic
that.
League.
We love doing that
great
for
organization.
the community. We've got some events coming up in our showroom as well.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of community services out of that Lexus and Toyota store.
And you'll be hosting us for Christmas Kids, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Where we
I
come
look
to-
so forward to that.
Where we come to your
That-
place.
that
You
is
do?
so cool. And
Well,
let me
I
tell you
don't.
about that a
I
little
stay
bit.
here.
Yeah, Veronica does. But they bring all the kids from different schools, and they come to the showroom, and they do.
And they sing.
Yeah,
I've heard.
We do the radio show in the showroom that day, and the kids they sing, and it's just a great event. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And I'm not even sure what year this is. Christmas Kids is like a very old charity.
Yeah.
So I have to check with the boss and find out what year we're in.
Yeah, we've been doing it since I've been there 5 years now at the Lexus store, and we've been doing it ever since I've been here. But I know it goes back further than that as well.
It goes way back.
Speaking of the boss, they bought a new Lexus, right?
They did.
They did.
Yeah, she's
They
got a
did.
beautiful one.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
We saw it when we pulled in.
Yep, we did. We did see it. So, anyway.
She's very deserving. Did you see her other one?
Yes, I worked on that car.
She gets it and keeps it for a long, long time.
Uh-oh, here comes Greg.
Christmas Kids will invade your place on the
The
what is it, 11th?
the 11th.
Yeah.
Is that
December.
December the 11th? That's a Monday?
Yeah, and you will have a symphony orchestra from Lincoln Park Academy.
Awesome.
Woohoo.
Dealership.
Wow.
Yeah, 30-piece orchestra.
And what year is this, Greg? Christmas Kids is in there
46.
46. Okay.
And we assumed the charity back in 1994. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
kind of cool.
That's a long run.
It is.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to see all those kids, and every year they're different faces, and I like watching them grow up too. Some of them started out as elementary school kids, and they're going to junior high school, or they call it middle school now.
Yeah.
And then high schools and stuff. But they bust them all in, and it's a blast. And the kids love it as well.
Can't wait to be a part
And
of
we
it.
put them on the radio.
Yep.
I've heard that.
The whole
yes.
thing's on the radio. So yeah.
That's got to be a big thrill for them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. Greg is thrilled to put the schedule together every year.
I see that.
It's a little difficult, but he gets it done. 'Cause you have to-
WPSL Christmas Kids Show. Well, he's all over the place. this
Yeah,
year.
and that'll be here before you know it.
Yeah.
When we start like right around Thanksgiving.
Can you believe it's already October?
Yeah, it'll be Christmas before you know it.
I'm-
I just always go, it'll be summer again soon.
Yeah.
I live
Sooner than we
I
know.
live for the summer, so
I think a lot of people here do.
yeah. I like when the sand is hot.
It's
So.
summer here all the time, isn't it, Veronica?
Well, there's summer and then there's summer.
Oh, okay. You're talking about that summer.
When the sand is hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got some specials, some long-running specials in the service department at the Lexus store as well. So we talked about them the last time. Of course, we have our customer appreciation cash that's always there. We have our senior citizens discount, and we love our military, so we have our military discount. Of course, this month our tire promotion thing is going on. It's a great time to come and service your Lexus or buy a new one or buy a pre-owned at the Lexus store, and as well as the Toyota store down in Stuart. They're just doing some crazy business down there.
That's a great, huge dealership.
It is.
I mean, they've got stuff to pick from.
You seen what's going on down there? They're expanding that place. It's
Even bigger than
even bigger. Yes.
Okay.
So that's going on. So they're trying to move their inventory. So if you can go down there to their Toyota store, I'm sure that they'd be more than happy to sell you a new Toyota.
Is there still that year-end thing going on in the car
They
business?
have Toyotathon coming.
Toyotathon
Yes.
is starting next month.
Yes,
and
next
then,
month.
And then December to remember, of course, is
Lexus.
Lexus's big
Yes.
big end of year new
Yes,
car.
you see the commercial with the
promotion.
big bow.
That's where you get the
big
bow.
red bow.
Big bow.
We have the bows.
And
They're on our
December to
cars.
remember, now starts in November, so it's November to remember as well. And that
November,
will start
December.
here just in a few weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
So, end of year is everybody pushes
Last year's
a
model.
lot of incentives. They'll even put incentives on the current models. So
Right.
it's
Now, what is our new
Well,
LS
it's,
supposed to hit the showroom? Do we?
we'll see the new LS completely redesigned from stem to stern, as we say, end of February.
Okay.
And
That's
that's
a beautiful
also
car. Beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that also will coincide. We have a new RX model coming, and that's the RXL,
Yep.
which will be a third row RX.
That's correct.
Which we have been begging for years, and we'll finally have it.
Also, we have a Lexus new owner clinic coming. Stay tuned for that. I think we're trying to do it in December, and I think we're trying to do something else in February.
We talked
So-
about doing, one a quarter, one
Right,
each quarter.
right,
So I think
right.
December, and then maybe first week in March,
Right.
we'll make that an ongoing.
Those are a lot of fun. Those are a lot of fun. You can come in and learn all about your product, and we'll have people there. We'll have Lexperts. I call them Lexperts, to answer any questions that you've got, introduce you to the staff.
Goodie bags.
Goodie bags.
Oh yes.
Always goodie bags. We have raffles, and we give away, just lots of fun stuff. We're looking forward to that. We haven't done one in a while. It's overdue, and we're going to get it done.
Well, we'll let you talk about
Shortly.
it here on the next when you finalize all the plans.
Yeah.
Promote it here.
Yeah, we're in the process
Definitely.
of doing that right now. So, the location of the stores, you ready for that? Okay. The Lexus store is located on US 1 and Midway Road in Fort Pierce, and 17 miles down the road on the left-hand side in Stuart is our Toyota store. Come and see us. We would really love to meet you, sell you a brand new car, or just have a cup of coffee with you.
So maintenance on any type of cars.
Any kind of
Just
car.
Come in
any kind of car.
and sit in that beautiful showroom and wait for your car.
Absolutely.
Come say hi.
Absolutely. Or we'll shuttle you wherever you want to go. Just let us know whatever you
So
want.
today's show G squared. We have 2 Garys
G
now.
squared, yes, yes, that's fun. G squared. We're gonna do it up. We're gonna do it up.
We're gonna have fun.
So
Did
how
you-
was the first show? Pretty
Did you
good.
have fun?
Good. I
Piece of cake.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never done it before, so it was
was
great.
fun.
I was a little nervous coming in, but
Well, the job is
you did a good
yours.
job.
You can come back next week.
I passed the audition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
You did
We're gonna
good.
let you stay.
You did good. Veronica said that was be the fastest hour of your life, and
Thank you.
it was.
And we'll
So,
see you next week. Treasure Coast Car Guys on WPSL Port St. Lucie, WSTU Stuart.